Hi everybody. So today's box did not arrive on time. I will post that video tomorrow, but this video I kind of made a little bit ago in response to a question I received several times, and I hope it's of use. Hey guys, I've had a few people comment about how it's so cool to get free stuff, and I want to talk about how I do that and how you can do that. First of all, I want to be totally transparent. 90 to 99% of what I open on this channel and unbox, I paid for. I don't get nearly as much free stuff as you think. At least not the kind of free stuff that y'all want to see me unbox. And that's because I am not a big influencer. I have as of the time of this filming, 127 followers here on YouTube. I do have more than that over on TikTok. I've got about 6,600. So that puts me solidly in the middle of what's called micro-influencer, which is people between 1,000 to 10,000 followers. I am working on improving that. Obviously, that's the goal. The goal is to get sent everything in PR and get sent free makeup to try, and to be able to spend my life just having fun and learning all this and sharing it. I'm not there yet. Know that going in. I don't get as much free stuff as the big influencers. I just don't. Now, because I have about 6,600 followers over on TikTok, and I have no idea how I got them. Honestly, I have no idea how the hell I ended up with that many followers, but somewhere along the way I did. So I was able to join the TikTok affiliate program, and there's kind of two roads with TikTok. There's the creator fund, although I don't know if that still exists or not, and then there's the affiliate program. And in my opinion, the affiliate program is an easier way. It's easier to get into. Unless you are really, really creative. And I'm not. I'm somewhat creative, but I'm just not as creative as like the Chris's or the Selena Spooky Boo and the nursery, all these people that I follow, Shauna. There's all these people that are really amazing creative people. And they can get paid for just being themselves, like it's so easy. They get paid for entertaining. And I find that incredible and amazing. I can't do that. So I went the affiliate route. And that means I get sent free samples in exchange for making a TikTok video. And if people click on those products and buy those products, I get a small percentage of that. And it can be anywhere from 2% up to, I think the highest that I've ever gotten is 25%. So not a whole lot. But I've made enough money to kind of allow me to then buy some things. I also went crazy the first time they did that purple ticket thing, and I busted my butt, and I got like about $100 worth of product through that. I have not done it the second time because that was way too much damn work. And then when they like scaled it back so much, it wasn't worth it. So that is one way I get free product. I get sent free samples. In fact, I have one in my mailbox right now that I'm sure Wolf will bring in when he gets home in about 10 minutes. It's not like I get to choose what products I get sent. The way that works is sometimes companies reach out to you and say, hey, would you like to promote our product? And just because you say, yes, I would, does not mean they have to send you anything. You still have to request them to send you a free sample, and they may or they may not. And it's up to you if you want to promote it, if they don't. If they do send you a free sample, you are required to make a video about it. So I have gotten some really cool products off the TikTok shop. Some of them are amazing, like this C&P Laboratory. It's like a lip balm thing. It was a set of 4. I love this. I have about used this one up. I've got 2 more, and then I gave one away. These are great. They are fabulous. I would 10 out of 10 buy them again. I was shocked. Now, lip balm, not necessarily something that you're going to get all jazzed about. It's not a makeup palette, but it's a cool product. It's a good product. I was happy to promote it. Some of the products I've gotten have been less exciting. I got a skincare one that looked like curdled milk in peach juice. And if it had smelled like that, that would have been an improvement. And the oil that it was a like lotion and oil set. The oil was like olive oil with red food dye in it. It felt awful, and it just left you feeling greasy. And the whole product, it was like, oh my God, it was bad. So you still have to make a video or go live with it. That one I went live with. We got a product. It was, one of those, they reached out to me. Hey, you have a cute pet. Would you like to try our product? And it was supposed to cut down on pet allergies. And at the time, Jazz was scratching a lot. So we're like, yeah, let's do this. And when we got it, we sprayed it on Jazz, and we also sprayed it on Ezzy, one of our cats, because she was having a lot of itchy at the time. And they both acted like they had been burned. And Ezzy would not come near us to try it a second time. And Jazz, she came near us, and when we pulled it out, you could just see her flinch. So that product ended up getting thrown away, and I still had to make a video on it. And it was one of the few times where I literally made a video saying, don't buy this. This is awful. This hurt my animals. TikTok doesn't like when you do that, but you do get away with it a couple of times. So, anyways, that's one of the ways I get free samples is through the TikTok shop. Very few. I apply for probably 20 to 30 products a week, and I might get one. So it's not like I'm getting tons of stuff through there. The other way I'm getting free product is something that anybody can do. There's caveats, but anybody can do it. It's called user-generated content, or UGC. UGC. Basically, there are websites. Google it. There's tons of them out there, where brands reach out to content creators, or brands offer jobs to content creators. Take picture of you with this product, or take a picture of you using this product. Make a video saying how great it is. Make a video tutorial. If you've ever seen those phone game ads where it's like, I play this game and I win $3,000 a week. Yeah, that's all user-generated content. I have been a photographer off and on for about 20 years at this point, 20 to 25 years. I started when I was 22 years old. I'm fairly decent at photography. And in the last 5 years, at least, my focus has been product photography, where I generate the pictures for Wolf and I's business, and I've photographed all of our own inventory and all of that. So I had some experience at that, which has helped me as I'm getting started. And I find the photography aspects ones so much easier than the filmed ones. And the selfie ones I'm still working on. But I do that, and I take pictures, and I've been sent some really weird stuff. And unintentionally, I've ended up kind of specializing in two categories. The first is pet content, because I have 5 adorable pets, 2 dogs and 3 cats. And luckily, one of my dogs and one of my cats loves being photographed. They will act up and play around and just genuinely enjoy the process. And that would be Jasmine and Esmeralda. Ezzy is our fuzzy gray cat. Jazz is the tall, skinny dog. My other dog, Anna, has very low patience, and pretty much if she's asleep doing something, she will gladly let me take all the pictures of her sleeping that I want to. But she's not going to get very involved in the process. If we're outside, she might run and play a little bit, but generally it's on her terms. Jazz will do anything we ask of her. She's not super well trained, she's not a performance dog, but she will do pretty much anything asked. At least she'll give it her best shot. So she's really good at it. Ezzy is a little demon, but she enjoys interacting with people and interacting with us. So we've kind of learned how to do content with her. The other 2 cats, they'll kind of come around and sniff at a product and look at what we're doing, and then they're done. And that's whenever you're working with animals, it has to be on their terms. Otherwise, they're not going to like it and you're not going to get the results you want. My animals are not professional working animals. They're pets. So it's very difficult. And when I say, that's what I'm specializing in, like the most recent one we did was a dog allergy supplement where they eat the thing and that they don't have allergies as much. And we had a really cute idea of having, Anna lay on the bed, and Ezzy and Anna are very friendly with each other. The other cats want nothing to do with the dogs, but Ezzy and Anna get along. So I was like, let's have Anna on the bed and have Ezzy curled up and just put the little bottle next to him. And that way it'll show, oh, look, we give Anna the pills and she's no longer allergic to the cats. Anna's not allergic to the cats. But that was the concept in my head. In actuality, as soon as we tried to entice Anna onto the bed, which is her favorite place in the world, she suddenly wanted nothing to do with us. And she was out of there. And that was not happening. And none of the cats would go near Jazz. So that was not happening. So yeah, none of the cats would go near Jazz once she was on the bed because she is not a calm dog. So my plan for that shoot went right the hell out the window. And instead, we had Derek kind of hold Jazz in place while I got the product situated where you could read it. And then Derek would let go and I would hurry up and take the picture. And we did that for about 20 minutes before I finally felt like, okay, somewhere in here, I've got a good picture. And this is the picture that it ended up, this is the picture that we ended up with. It's cute. It's not at all what I planned. And guys, that is every time we have to take pictures with our dogs. It's not easy. And you don't get paid a whole lot for this when you're starting out. Typically for the dog ones I'm doing right now, I make about $5 to $12 a picture. So that's 20 minutes of work minimum for $5. That's not a whole lot. Now, not everything is that low paying. It's just the dog ones I've gotten, that's been what it is. And we usually don't spend more than 20 minutes. And it's 20 minutes when we would be playing with the dogs anyways. So, and they're getting affection. So it's not really, I don't feel like it's wasting our time to do it. That's one way we do it. The other area that I have somehow ended up specializing in is premenopausal supplements, which I'm just thrilled to be the face of premenopause. But it's the jobs I get offered that are somewhat higher paying. And those, sometimes it's a picture of me holding a bottle of pills. Sometimes it's a video talking about what the pills are good for. And so far, the ones I've been sent have actually done what they claim they're going to do. So that's cool. And so I get sent, the things I've been sent for free pretty much are dog flea and tick and calming and allergy supplements and menopause pills. And I'm at the very beginning of menopause, so I don't need a whole lot of menopause pills, but there you go. That is the majority of what I get sent free. Now, I am starting to get other offers, and I'm starting to get some beauty products. Like I have a display that's coming this week that I get to do that's like a 2 or 3 tiered thing that you put knickknacks and stuff on, so I get to do that. I got some Korean skincare face masks that I get to do some selfie shots on. So I mean, I do get some, and I get a little bit of money for those, and that's great. The money I make from that's what I then use to get the Allure box or the Ipsy box or the P. Louise stuff. And the commissions I get from the TikTok videos then go into buying the beauty stuff that I want to get. I do not get the stuff that I'm excited about for the most part. That doesn't mean I don't get good products. It's just I'm not being sent stuff by P. Louise. I'm not being sent stuff by Allure or Ipsy or any of those. I'm buying those. The other thing that I am doing is I am a Lorella affiliate. That doesn't mean that I get free product from them. I don't. What that means is I put a link in all of my videos and I talk about how much I love them. And I do. I love them. I asked to be an affiliate because I love them. And anyone who clicks on that link and uses my discount code to buy, I get a small percentage of that. Now, I've only been doing that for about 2 weeks. I think I've made $10. So it's not like I'm rolling in it, guys. I have not even paid for my monthly subscription from them yet. But the goal is to build my brand and build me as a beauty, whatever you want to call this, unboxer, trial, testing stuff out, so that I do get sent stuff and I get offers from brands that I really like Lorella, to do promotions, because that's the goal. I love this stuff and I would love to do it as a career. It's not right now, which is part of why losing my job last week, it's a big deal. Like, I'm putting a good face on because I don't share my drama online, and I'm very conscious of who I'm presenting myself as online. But I'm going to be very real with you for a minute. I have a lot of anxiety about what's going to happen after April, because I have, like, Friday was the last day of the pay period for my job. So I have that paycheck. And then I got 2 weeks severance. So I have the paycheck after that. So I get my 2 April paychecks, and then I have no money coming in. And Wolf and I are a 2-income family. So we just lost half our income. And I don't make money doing this enough to just say, okay, well, I wanted to do full-time content creation, so now I'm going to. I would love that to be the answer, but I doubt it's going to be yet. I'm not there yet. But I don't want to come on here and talk about how, rough my life is. I want to talk about the things I enjoy and the things that make me happy. And this stuff has very much been my escape and just been me sharing my joy, especially because I have been dealing with a really awful situation at work that led up to this. And coming home and being able to put on makeup and make myself feel beautiful for a few minutes has been my escape and my joy. And that's what I hope it continues to be. Yeah, Wolf makes enough that we aren't going to be homeless and we will be able to eat, but that's it. And that's not fair to put all of that on his shoulders so that I can play with makeup. We're a team. I just lost my ability to contribute to the team. I think that's why I wanted to make this, is because I have tried to put such a happy face on for the last 5 days since I lost my job about, yeah, this is great. I'm a full-time content creator now. Yay. It's not all smiles and stuff. Since I'm going to be home applying for jobs anyways, I might as well make the content that makes me happy. And, if I'm lucky, this will take off and I will get to do this full-time, and that'll be amazing. And if that gets to happen, cool. Anyways, there is one other way that I do get free products. There are websites out there that send makeup products to average people to review before they're launched. And that's why when a new product launches on a website like Sephora and it's already got 20 or 30 reviews and you're like, how? It just came out. It's because that company sent the product to a bunch of people to try before they released it. Like today, or the day I'm filming this, March 24th, Patrick Ta just launched a huge skincare glow line. The company I work with just got done, like they're the ones that got to send that out to the testers. And they just put those reviews in. They were due yesterday and today, so that when the product launched today, it's already got 50 reviews on Sephora because we got to try it. Now, I did not get to be part of that one. I did not get to try that particular launch. I did get to try his foundation that launched last month, but I didn't get to try his bronzing oil and all of that. I can't say, hey, just come join that, because these programs are, the one program I'm part of, it's by invitation only, and I have no freaking clue how they got my name. I just got an email one day asking if I wanted to be a part of it, and I said, hell yeah. And if they do occasionally say, hey, we're opening up, here's an email you can use to invite people. They have not done that since I've joined, but believe me, when they do, I will let you know. specifically the person or the people who have been commenting that and who participate and have been supporting my channel for a while, trust me, as soon as I get the go ahead to invite people, I will be reaching out to you and I will be sending that to you, because heck yeah, if I get to do this, you should get to do this. But it's not something I can just invite you whenever, because it's a closed group that only allows so many in at a time. I love that. That is how I get the makeup products that are really cool that I get to try. And like I said, I have no idea how they found out about me, how I got an invitation to that. Whoever put my name up there, thank you, because it's been freaking awesome and I love it. In fact, I have a product arriving tomorrow. No, I don't have any more products tomorrow. Sorry, the Trinity of London is the last one that I got. I did get notified that I got accepted for a new one today. So I'll get that in a week and I'll be able to talk about it probably in 2 weeks. And I'm really excited about that. But I get I think the most I've ever gotten is three brands to try a month. But one of the brands had 3 products. So it was like 6 products. I don't get a lot. It's not like they just send you tons and tons and tons. But anyway, so if this is something that you're looking at and you're like, I want to do this. This sounds amazing. Cool. Step 1, go Google user-generated content, join the websites, and the first dozen or so you do, you're not going to get a damn thing except the product and maybe $5. And once you build your portfolio, then you'll start getting $10, $20, $30 ones, $100 ones maybe. And you have to decide, what are my limits? Like, what am I willing to promote? What am I willing to put myself out there? Like, Wolf and I have been offered multiple times $150, $200 jobs that we've turned down because they're not products we feel comfortable putting our face on. Mainly, it's been like
erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, they keep asking if we want to do erectile dysfunction pills, and no, we don't. So no. And like, I have been offered a couple to do plus size bras and underwear. Sorry, I'm not comfortable taking pictures of me in a bra. That's not something I care to do. You have to decide how much you're willing to do for the money and what types of products. Also, while we have a kid, that kid will never ever be on my social media. Until he is 18, he can decide himself what social media he wants to be on. We don't make social media on him. He does not contribute to any of the social media or user-generated content. And part of that is my personal feelings. And part of that is, like I said, we parent by committee. And that's just not something we're going to get past the committee. It's not going to happen. So I can't do any parenting user-generated content. Most of the content that wants 40-year-old women wants mothers with children. I can't do it. If you can, cool beans. Just remember, your kid, those pictures, whatever you do with that kid, is going to be there forever. And I had friends when I was growing up who were child actors, and those weird, wacky, funny things they did as a kid, they're still out there. They still come up. And they still get laughed at and made fun of for them, and they did then. And that's part of why I would never do that to my kid. He can decide what he wants to put online when he's old enough to make that decision. So, but that's something each parent has to decide and do for themselves and for their kid. And I don't judge all parents who use their kids to do stuff like that. I think there are parents who do it very well and very thoughtfully, but then there are parents that don't. And I just figure it's easier to stay away from it. We're not going to do that. And whenever I do something that involves Wolf, we have conversations about it. Sometimes it's jokingly like, hey, Wolf, you want to do an erectile dysfunction drug? And we laugh, and then he says no. But there's been ones where he's been like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, I think there was a
Stetson one.
Yeah, there was a bunch of cologne ones and like pheromone colognes, and there's been razor sets and stuff, and he's cool with that. And he helps me take pictures of my stuff because, like, the Korean skincare masks I got that I'll be doing photos for this week, I can't take those pictures by myself, so he helps. A lot of times I can get away with a selfie, but sometimes I need help. And it would be helpful if I had one of those clicker things from my camera, but the clicker thing we have does not work with the camera I have.
It works with phones.
It works with phones. And my camera still takes better pictures than phones. So I still work with my camera, and I'm more comfortable working with my camera because, like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing it with this camera for 10 years. That camera is an extension of me. Yeah. If you do want to do this, I will say the Canon Rebel series is a great camera that is that border between the amateur, just whatever camera, and the professional. It takes really nice photos. Highly recommend it. I have the Canon Rebel 6i. I think they're up to 8 or 9 now. I don't know. Like I said, I've had mine for 10 years. It's excellent. Highly recommend it. If you want to do any kind of video editing, like video work, you got to get an editing software. I use CapCut. I pay for it. I think it's, what, $12 a month?
I thought it was 20.
Was it 20? Okay.
And it's $20 a month is not bad for a good
And
program.
I am at the point where I'm making at least that much a month. So it's paying for itself. And since I'm also doing the YouTube videos and the TikTok videos, it's paying for itself every month, and I use it. Screen recording like this, I'm obviously not using my camera right now. I'm using OBS Studio and my webcam that I use for streaming. We bought very simple but usable microphones at Five Below. It's awesome. It's got good quality.
Amazon.
Oh, sorry. These were Amazon, but they were like $5, $10.
Yeah,
They weren't very
much.
expensive. But you can hear it's got pretty good quality. If I'm doing any like voiceover type stuff that's not just for YouTube, I use this little doohickey, which goes in front, and it just kind of, well, here. It kind of blocks the pops, so it sounds slightly more professional, but it's not really necessary for the level of work that I'm doing. And it bugs me. Editing videos, you can do it very quickly, very simply. CapCut will let you do the basic cut, splice, remove audio, add audio. That's the bare minimum you need. But you're going to do better if you start doing more. I do have my degree. Well, I have three degrees. One is in business, one is a master's of business, and one is in English education. However, when I started college, I actually started as a technical theater major. I have now done technical theater for 30 years. I was a teenager when I started. So I have experience in lighting. I have experience in sound. Because of the first college I went to, I have experience in radio production. I have experience in voice acting. I have experience in regular acting. I even have some experience in video editing. Very little. That's one that I'm working on. And all of those things kind of contribute to being able to do the user-generated content. And I kind of got a jump start. My skills are a little bit higher than the average newbie. That's not something that you can just take a single class and be at, but it is something that you will develop over time. Being comfortable in front of a camera, I have been in theater for 25 years, including teaching it for 7. Get used to talking in front of camera. Ask Wolf. It took him a while to get comfortable in front of camera. He's very comfortable now, but when we first got together, he was streaming, and his streams were...
Yeah, I wasn't talking. I wasn't.
He had the worst resting bitch face. And he would just be scowling at the computer screen, streaming as he played. And then like, I don't understand why I'm not getting viewers. And it's like, well...
Yeah.
Honey, did you ever try talking to people? Well, and part of what we started doing that really, I think, what helped, after we got together, we started doing Fortnite and playing Fortnite together. And so we're both on headsets talking to each other. And that made it easier and made him get comfortable having conversations. And so by the time we opened our business, which we did almost exclusively online for the first 2 years, he was comfortable. And then he was on camera selling stuff. And now he's really comfortable. So it's just something that it takes time, and it's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel crazy. But if it's something you're interested in, every laptop has a webcam. You can start with that. Every cell phone has a camera. That's good enough to start with. Just start doing it. Find a product that you have around your house and talk about why you like it. Talk about why you don't like it. Just get started. Start building. You don't have to get anything to build a portfolio. Just pick something up and start talking about it. Like, I just got these headphones. Aren't they adorable? I love how the ears light up, although they're turned off right now. The one thing I don't like, they don't stay connected to my computer very well, and they tend to disconnect. But the sound quality is great. I'd probably rank them an 8 out of 10. There you go. That's a product review, something I just had sitting around me. Go do that, post it on TikTok, post it on YouTube, and keep doing that until you get the followers and until you get comfortable. And eventually you will hit that magic point where you can start getting stuff for free. You're not going to get PR from big makeup brands day one. I'm only 3 months into this. If I get PR from a brand, I've gotten PR one time. One time have I gotten sent something that I didn't beg for and promise them something in return. It's that face cream I've been using, the green face cream that I use as a primer before I put makeup on. They just sent that and said, here, we think you'd like this. Please use it and tell your viewers that you like it. Like I said, I do get samples off the TikTok shop. Second time I had to do that because I showed my address, and I try not to do that. Wolf just brought in the mail, and I did get a sample. This is another one of those, I applied for 20, I got 1, but I'm actually really excited about this one. Yeah, I get a lot of weird stuff. Like, I got some glitter eyeliners that when I got them, I'm like, oh, cool. And then I put them on my eye. Holy cow. 1, you cannot get that glitter off. And 2, oh, those irritated my eyes so bad. Like, I did my video, and then I tried to use them for a couple other things, and they went in the trash. I couldn't do it. It was bad. So you're not everything you get you're going to love. This, however, is a Korean skincare brand. And I got actually their set. It's Jung-Sam-Mool, who is apparently a very well-known Korean makeup artist, professional makeup artist. I've never heard of her. But I've done some research. Huh?
Is it her or him?
It's a her.
Okay.
It's a her. I did do some research. So I have her Jung-Sam-Mool Essential Mool Micro Fitting Mist. It is skin boosting, hydro fitting, and glow fixing. I like the packaging. It's very classy. So I guess it's a hydrating mist. Ooh, and it looks like it's one of those, like I've seen them that they have the rice milk stuff. I don't know what's in it. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I still have to do my TikTok video on it, but occasionally you get stuff you're really excited about. Like, I'm really excited to get this. Like, I love skincare. I have become a skincare fan. And then this is the same brand. It is Jang-Sam-Mool. I'm sure I'm butchering the name. I do more research before I do the TikTok video. It is the Essential Mool Cream. It's whitening and wrinkle care. Now, you have to understand, peak of Korean and Japanese both beauty is light skin. I happen to have very light skin, but this is a whitening cream. It's moisture wrapping, so it's going to moisturize. It's upgraded hydration, and it has white flower complex. It's extracted complex from 8 different white flowers that creates clean and glowing skin. So I have no idea if any of this works. I haven't actually tried it. You saw Wolf brought it in while I was filming. And there you go. There's the pretty thing. I don't even know if it smells. I don't know. Ooh. Smells like a lotion. So there you go. Ooh, I take that back. It has a floral scent, but it's not roses. It's like gardenias. I don't know, but it's actually pleasant. Like, I don't like the smell of roses, but I like that smell. It's actually really good. So I'm lucky. This is one that I actually like. A lot of times I get stuff and I'm like, oh God, I've got to put a good face on and act like I like this. At least for the pictures. I don't for TikTok. For TikTok, if they send me a sample and I don't like it, I tell you about it. But I'm excited to try these. So there you go. I don't know if this was helpful or not. I don't know if this was interesting or not, but I don't get sent a ton of free stuff. I work my rear end off creating content and getting paid for it and then using that money to buy stuff. So, yeah. But I also watch sales, and I'm really good at getting stuff really cheap and really good sales. So I will also be sharing those more on this site. Like when I know there's a big sale coming up, like right now, P. Louise is having an incredible sale on a lot of their makeup products, and I have no extra money to spend on it, and that sucks because I love P. Louise. But I do have her budget box and mystery box. It was already paid for like 2 weeks ago, long before I lost my job. It's just her budget boxes, her monthly subscription box. You order it 1 month and then it actually comes the next month. So March's box will come in April. April's box will come in May. So I bought March's box 2 weeks ago. They haven't shipped it yet. They probably won't ship it for another week and a half. Yeah, and it's also coming from the UK, and it's got to come all the way to America, so it takes a while. Anyways, I hope this was useful. I hope this helps anybody else who's wanting to start. Nothing that I am doing is super difficult. Just it takes time. Even with a full-time job, I was working 8 to 10 hours a day, including on weekends, every day, creating content, editing videos, reaching out to brands, applying for samples, applying for this, doing UGCs. I treat it like a job. And it's fun. It's so much fun. Like, if it's something you want to do, go do it. You may not ever make $1 million. You may not ever be a big influencer, but it is so much fun. And if it's something you love, that's all that matters. So beauty is very much something that I enjoy and I love. It's something that I very recently have admitted that I loved. Like, I've been secretly watching beauty YouTubers for about 2 or 3 years now. And just in November did I kind of come out of the closet and admit that I love beauty and makeup and I want to do it. And it's been kind of shocking. Like, people that know me, they're like, you don't wear makeup. Yeah, I do at home. I just didn't feel comfortable wearing it out in public until I got better at doing it. And I would say probably in the last maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, have I felt comfortable going out in public wearing makeup, because I don't feel like an idiot doing it now. Am I perfect? No, I still have I have such a long way to go. And like, I tell this, the first time I wore eyeshadow to work, I wore what I thought was a dark purple eyeshadow look. And I ended up having a Zoom call with my boss that day. And as soon as the phone camera turned on my face, I realized I looked like a damn raccoon. Like, I had big old black circles. It was bad. And I was at work and I didn't have makeup removers and I didn't have any way to fix it. And I felt so stupid. So I've come a long way, but it's been practice, and I do my eyes every day and I practice this every day and I get a little better every day. And yeah, if you love it, go do it. But don't do it with the expectation that you're going to get the PR hauls of big influencers, because that takes a long time and a lot of work to get there. I'm not there. I'd like to be there. I'm going to keep trying. And the other thing you really, really need to know is you can't imitate somebody else and expect to be successful. That person already exists. That person is already the best at being that person. You need to figure out who you are, and it doesn't have to be who you are in an everyday setting. Like, who I am interacting with my friends is not necessarily the same person as I am on camera. It doesn't mean one's true and one's false. It just means I've chosen what I consider to be the best of my personality to put online. I don't put my temper online. I don't put my stupid. Okay, I do put my stupid jokes online. I don't put my anxiety online. I don't put. I get very quiet and introspective. I don't put that online. It's not because it doesn't exist. It's because I don't feel like that's entertaining. And there are parts of who I am that I intend to keep private that are mine. And you can choose who you want to share online. But you need to be authentically you. You don't have to be the complete you. But whatever you are putting out there, it needs to be true and it needs to be authentic. And make sure you consider what you're putting out there. Because whatever you put online is permanent. Be thoughtful. Be so conscious of what you're saying, who you're supporting, how you're doing it. When I started, one of the things I very consciously decided, while I want to do honest reviews of products, I am not going to comment on people. There are creators in the beauty world I do not agree with. I do not like how they conduct themselves. I do not like what they stand for. I do not like a whole lot of things about them. I have been aware of them for years. I could very easily come on here and just make a slam video about all the reasons why I don't like these people. And it would probably get some attention because I'd be saying a lot of very harsh things and people like drama. However, that's not what I want to be known for. And if I send out that energy, I'm more likely to attract that energy. And while I'm sure there are going to be people who hate me or think I'm stupid or think I'm an idiot or think I am wasting my time and energy doing this, I don't want to just invite all these other little gossip mongers to come attack everything about me. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but I don't want to invite it in. And I don't feel like you can do that to other people without being open and willing for people to do it to you. And I just would rather not. I'm sure at some point something like that will happen to me and somebody will. I mean, it happened to me I've been streaming for 4 years now, gaming with Wolf. And I have had people come into my stream and talk about my size and absolutely ridicule me. Like, we had a couple of teenagers that we didn't realize were watching my stream who came in and joined us for a Fortnite game. And they just were... They were making a lot of comments about my weight and also comments about women and gaming and women should be in the kitchen and just sexual stuff, but also gross stuff. And no guy would ever want me. And my husband must be, this, that, or the other thing. And it really, like, to me, when people come do things like that, the first thing I do when somebody trolls me like that, because it's, like I said, it's happened before, I look at myself. Am I doing something that makes what they're saying true? Am I overweight? Yes, I am. Does that make me an ugly, horrible, unlovable person? No. Does that make me an unattractive person? In some eyes. Not in Wolf's. Not in a lot of people's eyes, honestly. I mean, trust me, I get people messaging me on TikTok every day that do not find me abhorrent. And I wish some of them did, because I don't want the messages that I get. But my size does not make me a horrible person. So, no. Am I behaving in a way that is deserving of criticism? And if I can also say no, then what they're saying obviously isn't true, Therefore, it's not a reflection of anything I've done. It's a reflection of who they are as a person. And the only way I can do that and therefore let the trolls roll off my back because what they're saying doesn't represent me is if it doesn't represent me. All of that to say, be so conscious of how you portray yourself online and what you say and who you criticize and how you criticize. There's a difference between saying, I don't like this product, and saying, I don't like this person. One of them is business. You know, I don't like this product. I don't think it's a good product. It's not a product I intend to use. That's not personal. I just did that with ColourPop. I don't like their Toy Story collab. Doesn't mean I don't like them. I just don't like that particular set of products. There are other products that I have of theirs that I love. There are other collabs they've done that I love. That's not a personal insult. If I say, I don't like this person because blah, 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 even if they're valid reasons, and there are valid reasons to not like people, but once you put that out there, you are attacking who they are. And me not liking them, that's a personal thing. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. It means I don't like them. That makes it personal. I don't want to do that. I'm sure at some point people will do that to me, and I hope that I handle it with grace when they do. But I don't want to be the person putting a human being down. It's one thing to say I don't like a product. It's another thing to go off on why I don't like a person. That doesn't mean that there are people I don't like, but that's private. That's my opinion. And I'm not going to tear apart another human being because of my opinion. So you decide for yourself what you want to do with that. But I would encourage you, if you're going to start putting videos on the internet, know ahead of time who you want to be and how you want to be known and how you want to be remembered. Because once you take a step, you can't take it back. Once you put a video out, you can't take it down. You can delete it from your account, but the internet is forever. So, anyway, there's my little soapbox. Take it or don't. Thanks for watching. Anyway, that's how I get free stuff. By working my ass off and not getting free stuff. Very rarely do I actually get a free item. I've gotten one. Everything else has been either paid for with money, paid for with photographs, paid for with time, paid for with promotional videos. It's been paid for. Hopefully someday I will get more free product just because I'm me. But even then, it's paid for with time. So, there's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. Have a nice day.